Welcome back, sports fans. This is the Sportiello Show. We just had UFC 319 this past weekend. We're going to go over the main card, starting from the bottom all the way to the top, and we're also going to do some matchmaking. Starting off at the bottom of the card with Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. Want to take it away?
This was an entertaining fight for as long as it lasted. I thought Kai looked really, really good in the first round. He was landing some hard body shots, landing the knees like we expected. And then we got into the second round, and Tim Elliott got him into a little bit of trouble. More than once. He got him on the ground. Kai ended up getting back up, but then he got him on the ground again with a guillotine choke, and it was all wrap from there. Kai has no answer to the ground game of any of his opponents.
Yep, we kind of mentioned it on our prediction video. We said that Pantoja laid out the game plan for how to take him out. He has no ground game. He has no takedown defense.
Nope.
Tim Elliott needed just one round to get some confidence in him and absolutely demolished him in the second round.
Took his hardest shots, and once he felt comfortable getting into the fire, he did what he does.
Yeah, and Tim Elliott looked kind of good out there, actually. He was bouncing around. He was light on his feet.
Still that weird funky
had
style.
Had swag in him all week long. He was posting videos of him post-sex with a girl putting her pants on and then being like, I guess I'll get some actual workouts in this week.
Good for him.
He got the whole homeless look going, and then he came in looking clean.
Mm-hmm.
He was cheesing at the camera after they zoomed in on him after the sub. That's a great look.
Absolutely. He said, I fucking love this shit.
I bet he does. You gotta.
What are we feeling about Tim Elliott's next opponent? Where are we looking to put him?
So the way the flyweight division is, as inactive as Tim Elliott has been, I'd throw him up there.
Yeah.
Amir Albazi.
Oh, wow. That's an exciting matchup. I like that a lot, actually. I was thinking Steve Erceg, but that's a way more exciting matchup in my head.
I actually think that Steve Erceg should be matched up with the loser of this fight.
You think Kai Asakura should get it? There you go, another fun fight.
I don't think they'll do it based off of how the rankings work, and Steve's coming off of a win, and this will take Kai out of the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
So it really doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, neither guy deserved a title shot, so you might as well make them fight.
You might as well. And I mean, whoever wins that fight, give him a give him a Kai Kara France.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I mean, Kai had one win coming off of one loss and got a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think throw all these guys up there. Tim Elliott, shoot him up the rings. In fact, I almost said Tim Elliott versus Kai Kara France should be the next fight.
Again, we got to get Kai back into the octagon as soon as possible. But with that being said, shall we move on to our next fight?
Sure.
Jared Cannonier versus Michael Venom Page. How did you have this one? Went to decision.
Yeah, as we kind of saw coming, 29-28. MVP was up 2 rounds going into the last one, and then Jared Cannonier just got the takedown, wrestled.
Laid and prayed. I love what Michael Venom Page does when he gets his opponents wobbly. He's so long that once you got that chicken dance going, he kind of just pushes you over. He
certainly does.
Yeah, he doesn't get the knockdown, but he pushes you over so he can emote on you while you're recovering on the ground.
Yeah, he is so funny.
It's the best. He's very entertaining for even as a point striker. You were mentioning this a lot while we were watching the fights. He's not going out there to throw a bunch of volume. He's going out there to hit you harder than you're hitting him and make his shots count. And you look at the stats, he didn't outland Cannonier, but the shots that he landed were so much more effective the entire time.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, and he dropped him with that right hand in the first. And, I mean, really, really dropped him. And like we said, he didn't want to follow up at all, I should say.
No.
And it was totally cool with just dancing a little bit, let him get up, have him wobbly. What's coming next, The tongue spent more time on his chin than it did inside of his mouth during that fight.
It certainly did. Oh, boy. So what do we do with these middleweight contenders?
Well, I have 2 answers for MVP, only because they match-made themselves at the end of Saturday's evening. MVP and Prates and Rio is something that they both agreed on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it happening, personally. I actually think that Prates... Oh, my gosh, I wrote it down. Shit, I had a good one too. Oh, my phone's recording.
You don't think it's Leon?
No, I don't. I don't think Leon would take that fight, and I think it's too short notice.
So disappointing. Leon's coming off an embarrassing loss himself against Sean Brady. So it's almost like he owes it to the up and coming prospects to get back out there and prove that he's still a top.
But
what
that
is it,
Sean
five
Brady was
contender?
arguably a short notice fight too. So maybe he's saying last time I took a short notice fight, it didn't work out so well for me.
I got you. Me personally, I would like to see MVP stay at middleweight. And with that being said, I also have two options. Whether it be the former champion in Robert Whitaker, or the one that I really want is Israel Adesanya. Because those two striking against one another would be fireworks.
Or boring.
Or boring. That is also very true. Because they're both counter strikers. They're both looking for that shot. That could be another Yoel Romero type situation with Izzy.
I say give MVP the opposite of Izzy, and you give him Sean Strickland.
Oh, someone who's just going to walk you down the entire time?
Exactly.
He's not going to look to wrestle, that's for damn sure.
You could put that on the main card of any pay-per-view, and it'd be fucking awesome.
Yes,
I would
you
look
could.
forward to it. Otherwise, middleweight's way too crowded right now.
At the top, for sure. Speaking of crowded, though, what do we think about Jared?
There is a man by the name of Joe Pyfer who's scheduled to fight
Yes.
on the next
I'm so
card.
glad you said that.
And I think that if he wins, that he should be served up
I
his
love
own slice of Jared Cannonier.
No, I wrote down the same thing. I said Jared Cannonier should fight the winner of Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. It makes so much sense. Whoever he gets, it's a striking match, and they're just looking to make each other bloody the entire time. I would absolutely love that. Or give him Brendan Allen, somebody in the rankings who, Jared can get a win off of as a thank you for all the, fight night main events that you have given us over these past 2 years.
I actually like that one too because it's one that he knows he's not going to be taking any damage in.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I think that the UFC could owe him something like that. And also, Brendan Allen's really tough to match make right now. Just going through that middleweight rankings earlier today, trying to figure out where everybody should be. Yeah, it's tough. I do think that, and we're going to get into Hamza later, so we can save the middleweight conversation for later.
You got it. With that being said, let's move on to the third fight of the main card, Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal.
God, this guy's a stud.
Dude, he's so good. He's so awesome.
Dude, he's so fun.
5 KOs, 5 fight night bonuses, 5-1 in the UFC.
5 rounds with Ian Gary.
5 rounds with Ian Gary.
Who is so damn good.
He's very good.
The fact that Ian Gary is not on the pound-for-pound list as we sit here today, and there are guys like Arman Sarukian, Alex Pereira, respectfully Charles Oliveira. No, not respectfully Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira does not belong on the pound-for-pound list. If you are just... No, dude. If he was the same size as the smaller people, then he wouldn't be getting away with this knockout power. Meanwhile, you have guys like Ian Gary who can do anything and are surviving against these monsters such as Carlos Prates, such as MVP, such as Jeff Neal. Beat all 3 of these dudes.
Mm-hmm. Only lost to Shavkat.
And that was on short notice in 5 rounds, and he almost finished him.
Yes, with that rear naked in... Was it early in the fight?
It was late.
It was late in the fight.
Ian Gary and Corey Sandhagen both deserve to be at least mentioned for pound.
Corey Sandhagen, for sure. That's another underrated one. But yeah, man, Carlos Prates looks so good. He entered that flow state in like the last minute of the round, where it was pretty competitive through the first 4. But once, that last minute ticked off in his head, he started putting on the pressure, entered that flow stage, slicing him with elbows, and then he started grabbing his hands, and it looked like he was setting up something devastating, and my goodness, did he deliver. Spinning back elbow to the head, slices Jeff open, leaves him unconscious on the floor.
There's one more ranked welterweight, actually, that I believe Prates should be served on a platter for Brazil. If he does get on that card.
What's that?
Daniel Rodriguez.
Interesting. Okay, so you
give him another ranked fighter.
Mm-hmm. Someone he can definitely beat. And definitely knock out.
In front of his home crowd.
Oh, yeah. that is a very good pick.
Let him do it. So that's my pick. As far as Jeff Neal, pick up some more shifts at Texas Roadhouse, brother.
Yep.
Take some time off. Mm-hmm. Definitely heal.
We'll see you sometime next year.
We will see you this time next year.
That sounds good to me. All right, let's move on to the co-main event of UFC 319, Leroy Murphy versus Aaron Pico. How excited were you when you saw Leroy knock out Aaron Pico?
Anytime there's a knockout like that, I get excited. I'm not like against no one person in the UFC, so not specifically it being Pico was I stoked. Was I stoked for Liron? Of course.
Yes.
Was I stoked for the UFC to shit on another Bellator fighter? Duh, but we knew that was going to happen.
Absolutely.
The fact he did it like that was so sick. Does that say 1 significant strike landed?
It says 1 knockdown. 8 significant strikes for Liron, 13 for Aaron Pico. Pico looked good.
He did.
For as long as he lasted, he looked good. He was throwing some bombs.
Yeah, no, he was looking good and strong and fast. And he has the wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the striking. I think the experience is really what separated the two of them, and we knew that. And so the fact that Liron Murphy was such an underdog,
silly.
We were right the whole time.
Yeah.
We said that was silly, that Liron was going to smoke him. There's levels to this shit,
Mm-hmm.
and this will be the last time that somebody from Bellator comes over as a favorite.
As a favorite and gets a top contender. Knock that off.
Yeah, unless it's like that Dakota chick, she can get a top contender because we don't care about the women fights. Yeah. You're not going to hear about no women fighters here. That'll be the last one ever discussed.
She can be the champ.
Aaron Pico, though. Next opponent, Nate Landwehr.
Oh, that's better than my pick. I have him going up against Calvin Kattar.
I can see that, but I don't think that. I think that the UFC is setting it straight with Patchy and Patricio Pitbull right now. They both got dudes who I've never heard of before outside of the organization for their next UFC fight. Pico did much better than those two in their debuts. Obviously, Patricio Pitbull has a win now over Dan Ige, which is huge, and I almost said Pico versus Ige would be sick, but that's not fair to Ige.
That is not fair to Ige.
So I say Nate the Train. Let Aaron get a dub in a very fun prelim fight on a banging pay-per-view card.
That would be fireworks. Those boys are going to go in there swinging, looking for a firefight.
Exactly. Yeah. So that one's a banger, and then I think Liron goes to the top.
Yeah. No, you get Volk.
You for sure get Volk.
Featherweight has needed somebody like just outside of the top 5 to make a statement for Alexander Volkanovski.
Well, all they needed was that undefeated prospect from Russia, Mr. Can't pronounce your name. And now I don't get to. Nope, sorry, you don't fight for a year. I don't get to remember your name. So if he just fought once in this past year, he would be next, but he didn't. And Liron is undefeated prospect who is knocking people out. So there you go. You absolutely jump Evolov, whatever his name is.
You jump in. You go straight to the top. Let's see you guys duke it out in September. December, sorry. And like I said, Volk has needed somebody to make a statement, and this was the statement that needed to be made. So shout out to Liron.
Yeah, and this will be a good scrap for Volk, too. I mean, he's really good against strikers. Obviously, he beats most people that he fights. So I don't see Volk getting caught and probably defends the belt and retires. That would be my guess today.
Your early prediction? I like that. I could see this definitely going to a decision. I don't think either guy lands a fatal blow like we just saw this Saturday.
No, I mean, hey, back-to-back spinning elbows, out cold knockouts. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for saving the main card.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even really want to say the word save because honestly, I liked all the fights. Like, aside from the fact that Tim Elliott winning ruined your perfect card prediction.
I was so close.
The MVP fight was entertaining. Like, it wasn't boring. It was probably more entertaining than his Ian Gary fight.
Yes. No, that was probably his most entertaining fight, period. Because we got to see the full flow state of Michael Venom Page.
Exactly. And then, obviously, the back-to-back spinning elbows. Those are classic. The fact that the two of them both did it in the first round, both got on the mic and asked for Dana to sign their boy.
Yeah.
And both got announced the 50 G's in the cage.
That was wild.
Some wild shit.
I don't think we've ever seen that where they asked for the money and then got the money during the interview.
Yeah, and it made sense the way Dana explained it. He was like,
oh, yeah.
Duh. Like, if something else happened, they got it too.
Shall we move on to the main event?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. So we had DDP versus Hamzat. This fight makes me appreciate both of these fighters for what they had done. And it makes me very hesitant for my excitement level going into Hamzat's first title defense.
The only thing that you can be excited for is the sooner he starts defending the belt, the sooner he's going to retire.
Yeah. I mean, so you got to give him his flowers. Completely dominant.
I did, and then he threw him on the ground. He said, fuck your flowers. Smash.
Completely dominant. Multiple 10-8 rounds. I know the judges only gave him one, but they're stupid.
This is my issue. The big significant strike number and the lack of damage on Dricus' face at the end.
There's no red. No, just...
Not a significant strike.
He 10x'd his total significant strikes. He 3x'd his... or not his total strikes, and he 3x his total significant strikes. But when you land 37 significant strikes out of 529, you're just giving him little pats on the head. Yeah, that's 500 of them. I'm sure that adds up, but
no, the frustration had to be the only thing that was really beating him. DP, that is the frustration of being constant crucifixes, back to back to back, crucifix. We've never seen that. We've never seen somebody survive 5 rounds with Hamzat, nor
barely 3 rounds.
Really, someone put themselves in 5 different crucifixes and not have it called. So shout out to Drigas, big heart.
For sure.
It really sucks because I feel like he's such a good champion. He's so good on the mic. He's so promotable and fun to watch, and unpredictable, and really meshes well with every style, and is gonna, I don't know how he's gonna be perceived after this. I don't think he loses much stock because of how dominant Hamzat is and how elite he is. Like, I don't think that there's many other people that could have lasted as long as Drigas did, and unfortunately, I think for him, he's got a long way back to the top. So I think it starts with RDR.
That is the correct pick. Give him Rene de Ritter. Give him a top 5 opponent. Let him, work his way back up. Once you beat RDR, you're probably going to have to be, whether it be a Mavov or Kaio or whoever else is in that top 5.
Well, the way I see it is winner of Imavov Kaio is next.
Yep.
I don't believe
you get
Hamzat's going to defend in October.
No.
And if he did, that'd be awesome. It would screw everything up. But ranking wise, like somebody would jump a spot to get. There's no true number 1 contender right now unless somebody in the Imavov fight wins unscathed and can
convincingly
the next month. I doubt it. Right? Like their title shot, they're going to turn it down.
If Imavov wins, there's no way this fight happens in October. If Kaio wins, I can 100% see him being like, Hamzat, you're next. I'll be there in October. Let's do this. And then Hamzat's the one being like, I need more time.
Yeah, that's fair. With that being said, I think that the loser of that Imavov-Kaio fight, the loser should get Fluffy Hernandez.
Yes, again, the correct pick. Whether it be Imavov or Kaio, Fluffy has got dibs on a number 1 contenders fight afterwards.
Yeah, 100%. So you already have one scheduled. It's going down in a couple weeks. Can't wait to go over it. Can't wait to break it down. Really excited for this one. It's been like a year in the making, basically. Really, ever since Imavov beat Izzy in first week of February, we knew that this was the fight to make. So glad it's going to come to fruition. As far as 185 is concerned, it's a mess. I think that Izzy is really messing things up because the UFC is going to look out for Izzy and they don't want to give him somebody like Fluffy. So you're not going to see that. I can see Brendan Allen actually getting a fight with either Robert Whittaker or Izzy.
Okay. I'd probably prefer Robert Whittaker. I just think Izzy would toy with him.
There's just no thing for Izzy.
Which is why you give him MVP.
Exactly. But that's lame too.
Could be. Or it could be great.
Yeah. Sean Strickland on the sidelines doing nothing.
Is he still suspended?
We don't know. That's that information is not disclosed to us.
That's annoying.
But yeah, we sit here with like 4 number 1 contenders in middleweight. And 5 if you count Drigas. So
5. We got 5 number 1 contenders. They all need to duke it out. We need to get a round robin going, and we need to get it going fast.
Yeah, the positive thing is Drigas didn't take any damage from those 500 strikes, so he can probably fight before Hamzat does, which means I can see him on the December card with RDR, or even maybe they'll save him for first month of next year. It'll be on CBS.
You could make a fight night in Europe. Or you could do like a fight night in the Netherlands or just anywhere outside of France or the UK, somewhere where these 2 guys can be the main event and, they don't have to have the pressure of having a pay-per-view underneath their name.
Yeah. So UFC 319, I think it was a good card.
Yeah, overall for sure.
I mean, even the prelims were fun. We had some finishes. We had the Ultimate Fighter winner, who's a flyweight, so that's cool.
Yep.
Get a new flyweight in there. Couple guys got some finishes. Yeah, good main card, boring main event, polarizing for some. A bunch of nerds out there are trying to tell us that we're in the wrong for calling it boring when it's literally a combat sport. It's called the Ultimate Fighting Champion.
It's not wrestling.
There have been fighters like Muhammad Makayev that have been cut from the organization for fighting like Hamzat.
Yep.
But because he doesn't have the following Hamzat does, it's not as cool. So
It is what it is. Hamzat is the champ. But like you said, this is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, not the Ultimate Lay on You Like a Wet Blanket Championship. Hopefully, we can expect bigger and better things from his first title defense. But with that being said, that wraps up our UFC 319 review. Thank you for sticking around with us. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see you guys next time.